I'll tell you who's losing as well. That's people living in Melbourne. Now, that's probably true, has been true for a very long time. But you've got to ask the question, why would you want to be a small business owner, probably anywhere in this country, but particularly in Melbourne right now, which is in the grips of a crime crisis, much like there's a youth crime crisis up in Queensland, there is a youth crime crisis down in Melbourne, there's a general crime crisis in Melbourne, to the point now where insurance companies are refusing to insure small businesses against theft because they say theft is such a problem that they would literally be paying out claims all the time, and so they do not want to take on the risk. I mean, that is absolutely insane. These are the offences recorded in shopping centres in 2024 alone. Last year in the Melbourne CBD, 1,125. In Casey, 978, Whittlesea 812, Wyndham 803, Maribyrnong 715. The insurance companies have had jack of it and said this is costing us too much. So now small businesses are sitting there wide open, essentially saying, you know, come and rob us, there is nothing we can do about it. They have no security now whatsoever. Unless they're willing to pay for a security guard to come and stand out the front of their store. You've even got chocolate shops. Cocoa Black in Melbourne now in the CBD. A chocolate shop, for heaven's sake, is paying for private security to stand out the front of their shop in front of the town hall because their staff are constantly being harassed by people. This is the state of play in Melbourne. Now, this is sad on two fronts. That shop owners even have to deal with this, right? That theft is so bad, violence is so bad that they've got no option but to put private security on the front door. But this is so slack of the insurance companies, who once again, we were talking a couple of weeks ago about the situation with bushfires, etc., and how it's all going to flow into Australia after the fires in LA, and the insurance companies don't want to take on the risk. Part of insurance is taking on a risk. I mean, it's a form of gambling. You say that this won't happen. I say that this will happen. I'll give you money in case it does happen. The insurance companies now go, well, we don't want to take any risk at all. I didn't think that's how insurance worked, to be perfectly honest. But
what am I giving you money for?
I know, exactly. You cannot be a small business owner if you can't take out insurance against theft. It is as simple as that. So what are you meant to do? Give up. Just give up.
You've got to feel for Melbourne business owners. I mean, the media quoted one guy in Dandenong who's got an iPhone store, right, and he claims he's been robbed pretty much every week for the better part of 12 months. And police rock up after he reports the crime. They get the CCTV footage, they catch the kids, and then the next week, it's pretty much the same kids robbing him all over again. So I appreciate what you say about the insurance companies, but I don't think they're the real villains here. The real villains are the Victorian government and the judiciary, who fail to crack down on this crime and stamp it out. And the other strange thing about this is at the same time that insurance companies are saying we will either jack up the premiums so much that businesses can't afford them, or we just won't insure you for theft, the Victorian police are saying crime at shopping centres has actually gone down. So that begs the question, who do you believe? Do you believe the Victorian police and their elastic statistics, or do you believe the insurance companies who do the math and work out the odds?
Well, the insurance companies have more skin in the game, i.e. money, whereas the police, of course, just want to make themselves look a bit better than they are.